Hello everyone, this is Tejasri Koleti and today I'll be presenting our academic survey titled Chatbots and Dialogue Systems, a comprehensive survey of natural language processing evolution from the rule-based to the large language models. So this work is part of our natural language processing course and it traces how conversational AI evolved from the earliest programmed chatbots to the advanced large language models that power today's interactive systems such as ChatGPT. Our goal is to understand how NLP techniques have transformed ChatGPTs from basic response generators to the sophisticated dialogue systems capable of dynamic and context-aware communication. Let's see our today's agenda. Mm, So here is an overview for today's presentation. We will begin with an introduction to the NLP, defining what it is and how chatbots emerged as one of its most visible applications. Next, we will explore rule-based systems, including iconic examples like Eliza and Alice. And then we'll move on to the retrieval-based approaches, which introduce data-driven design and intent recognition. Finally, we'll cover the generative AI evolution, where neural networks and transformers give rise to the large language models capable of human-like conversations. Overall, we'll be discussing about all these things. So here, natural language processing, which is often referred to as NLP, is a branch of artificial intelligence focused on enabling computers to understand and interpret and generate human language. It bridges the gap between human communication and machine comprehension. So within this domain, chatbots are computer programs designed to simulate conversation with human users through their either text or speech. They automate responses and create interactive communication experiences. Going on a step further, dialogue systems are more advanced forms of chatbots. They maintain context and recognize user intent and engage in coherent multi-turn conversations. These systems represent a crucial milestone in human computer interaction as they follow continuous and contextually aware dialogue rather than the isolated responses. So, why chatbots matter in today's world? Chatbots have become more indispensable across industries due to their scalability, speed, and consistency. From a global perspective, they have reshaped how people can access the information and interact with the organizations, starting from the healthcare and education and entertainment and customer service as well. So, in customer service, chatbots provide 24/7 availability, instant responses, and consistent service quality. So, this automation reduces the response times and enhances customer satisfaction. Whereas in education, they act as personal tutors. For instance, like they also act as language learning assistants and adaptive teaching tools that adjust content to the student needs. Whereas in entertainment, chatbots are used for interactive storytelling, gaming competitions, and then immersive user experiences. Overall, they all have transformed digital communication into an intelligent on demand experience. So, in the next slide, we are looking at the transformation of early chatbots, which is the rule based era, where we have Eliza and Alice. The earliest chatbots were entirely rule based. So, a pioneering example is Eliza, developed by the Joseph in the year of 1966, where Eliza simulated a Rogerian psychotherapist using pattern matching rules to create the illusion of understanding. Later came Alice, the artificial linguistic internet computer entity built in 1995. It used artificial intelligence markup language to manage large sets of conversational templates and won multiple prizes for its performance. However, rule based systems had major limitations. They lacked contextual understanding, offered rigid responses, and required manual programming for every possible dialogue path. So, their pattern recognition was limited to surface level keywords, giving only the appearance of the intelligence. So, this is how the era of rule based chatbots worked. So then after the next came retrieval-based chatbots, which are completely database-driven intelligence. So with retrieval-based systems, chatbots became more smarter and more data-driven. These chatbots function by matching user input to the predefined responses stored in a database. They use machine learning techniques such as intent classification, which is used to identify what the user wants, and the entity extraction to capture the relevant details like names and dates. So, after understanding the input, a response ranking algorithm selects the most suitable reply. Over time, with training, these systems improve their matching accuracy. These strengths include reliability, predictability, and easy maintenance, which makes them ideal choice for the FAQs or the structured tasks. However, they have weakness too. They lack creativity, cannot handle new or unseen inputs, and they fail to sustain flexible, open-ended dialogue. These are how the retrieval-based chatbots works, and what are the advantages and weaknesses of them. So let's see some of the examples of the retrieval-based systems where early versions of the Apple Siri were retrieval based, performing well for specific tasks like setting reminders or checking the weather. But their interactions were rigid, limited to the predefined responses. So then FAQ bots also became common in customer service, efficiently handling repetitive questions, providing consistent information, and reducing the workload of human agents. In short, retrieval based systems excel in precision and dependability, but they always struggle with the spontaneity and conversational depth. So, due to the disadvantage of the previous one, the generative chatbots have risen. The next revolution came with the generative chatbots, where the introduction of sequence to sequence neural networks enable chatbots to generate responses dynamically rather than retrieve them. So these models, thank you. Yeah. So my teammate Kaushik will continue with the further slides. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Kaushik. I'm going to continue the further slides. So I'm going to explain how the chatbots become smarter over time. First, neural networks help chatbots to start generating replies instead of using fixed one. Then transformer models like GPT and BERT made them understand the words and context much better. Finally, large language models. This these models like ChatGPT can now talk naturally, understand complex topics, and give human-like answers with the help of new models like GPT-3 and GPT-4. Next slide, please. So coming to the next slides, how large language models sounds like human. Large language models generate human-like text by focusing on four core areas. There are advanced understanding, advanced understanding. So they use huge data sets and complex computer brains, which makes language to understand, not just to memorize the words. Next, processing the conversation, either context and response. They use attention mechanism to focus on the important parts of the chat history. They capture the subtle meaning and maintain coherence even across long conversations. And next thing is generating variety. They predict the most natural sounding next word, allowing them to create varied and non-repetitive response. And next thing is safety. They are fine-tuned with safety measures to prevent harmful or inappropriate outputs. Next thing is Third thing is core capabilities. This includes huge scale. They are trained a huge scale, which means they are trained on billion of parameters and text samples, giving them vast knowledge. Flexibility. They are known to adaptable for easy handling diverse topics and different conversation styles. Creativity. They can generate novel ideas and text beyond the patterns they were trained on. Next slide, please. Yeah, this thing. Key components of dialogue systems. This includes natural language understanding, NLU. This is the system's listening and understanding. This is a system listening and understanding step. It takes a user and break it down simply. What actions it does. It identify the intent with the what does the user want to do. Extract entities and simplify it. Next thing is dialogue management. It remembers what was just discussed so it can be keep the conversation flow logically. It tracks the state. It knows where the user is a multi-step process, like it's already have the departure of the city, or now I need to arrive at the city, that kind of decide the action. It figures out the best next step to be followed. Next thing is natural language generation, NLG. This is the system speaking step. It takes the computer's internal decision and translate it back to human-friendly response. What actions it does? Create natural text. It generates a clear, grammatical, correct, and appropriate response. This response is tailored to specific situation and the current tone of the conversation. It makes sure the information is communicated back to the user in natural and human language. Next slide, please. Yeah. What the what are the challenges and limitations? This includes context relation issues. The model struggles to maintain memory and consistent topic when conversation get very long. This results the system starts giving irrelevant or inconsistent answers because it forgets what was said earlier in the chat. Second thing is factual accuracy problem, like hallucination. The problem is the model can generate information that sounds highly confident and correct, but it's actually completely false or inaccurate. This results creates a major reliability concern, especially when the AI is used for critical tasks. The phenomenon is commonly known as hallucination. Third thing is evaluation difficulties. The problem is it has to measure how good a conversation truly is. Reason determining if a response is good or helpful is often subjective. This makes it challenging for developers to create a single standard scoring metrics. Next thing is ethical concerns. The problem is the use of powerful AI raises serious ethical issues that needs careful management. Key concerns it bias. The model might reflect bias presence in the training dataset, misinformation spread, the potential to rapidly create false information. Next slide, please. So, what are the applications and future directions? Conversational AI is expanding rapidly into three major fields, offering unique benefits in each. The first thing is health and support. 24/7 medical triage. AI can instantly provide initial symptom evaluation and guide users to live and use and guide you and guide users to right level of care. Mental health provides mental health support and companion for the emotional well-being. Patient management helps the patient stay on track with medication reminders. Next thing is education and learning platform. This uses personalized tutoring. AI can relate learning paths and content that are especially adapted to the speed and style of the individual student. Language practice provides non-judgmental conversation partners for practicing new languages and improve communication skills. Interactive content creates interactive storytelling and other educational content that makes learning more easier and dynamic. Next slide, please. So coming to the next slide, the future of conversational AI. This includes text generation. This includes text integration. The AI will combine its current language skills with ability to process visual and audio data for richer, more complete conversation. The next thing is speech processing. It will handle real-time voice conversation and analyze the speaker's tone for emotional recognition, making communication seamless. Next thing is visual understanding. It will be able to analyze the images and videos to discuss what it sees, enables chatbots to talk about the visual world around them. Emotional intelligence. It will learn to recognize and respond appropriately to the human emotions. Next slide, please. Can I have the next slide? Yeah. Finally, the conclusion. The conversational AI revolution. The core message is that AI has gone through major fundamental upgrades in how how it's interact with us. What is a big shift? The big shift is old system. It is rule based, used to rely on programming response. They could only answer things they were specifically told to look for, like a basic FAQ chatbot. Their responses were predictable. Now the new systems, what changes are made, like large language models. This can generate genuine language understanding. They use the vast training to understand context and intent, leading to dynamic, natural, and human-like conversation. Finally, in single sentence, I want to say AI conversation has evolved for simple, rigid, preset answers to dynamic, genuinely understanding, human-like conversation. Thank you for thank you for your attention. That's it.